fireworks shows going on out there, and there's a lot of them across Southern California. So you're going to start to see people hitting the road to head to those if they haven't already headed there as it is. So definitely, you know, a lot of folks out here, and if they're not in cars, they're going to be out here walking around as well. We know that, and again, because we will, I can almost guarantee that we will be showing it to you later on this evening, where there is going to be a lot of illegal fireworks going on.
Сейчас я проверю звук. Опа, надо чуть-чуть потише сделать эхо. Опа-оп. Так, хорошо, desktop аудио чуть-чуть потише. Отлично, я думаю, меня сейчас нормально слышно. Значит, для тех, кто будет это смотреть... Да, эта машина, вот нам показывают справа повтор, он снес просто своей лобовухой, он снес шлагбаум. Погоню сейчас ведет Сан-Фернандо ПД, то есть муниципальная ПД, которая находится на север-юг. Так, у вас, подождите. Да, запад слева, на западе Лос-Анджелеса, Сан-Фернандо. Они начали погоню, инициировали, так сказать. И когда водитель заехал в тупик и понял, что у него нету выхода, там какой-то мексикашка сидит молодой, он просто снес шлагбаум, повредил себе лобовое стекло. Сейчас, если нам покажут, мы обязательно увидим. Сейчас он едет по шоссе, я не знаю, если он в режиме отслеживания или просто погоня. Сейчас мы увидим, если... Да, полиция за ним едет прям вплотную, и это становится интересно. Просто шикарно, ребятки, просто шикарно, наконец-то нормальная погоня. Так, я сейчас поделюсь быстренько ссылочкой с вами в контактах, и мы продолжим комментировать, я продолжу вам переводить, что говорит диктор. Да, за сегодня, ребята, это уже третья погоня, и у нас третья трансляция. Если вы помните, это та же угнанная машина, скорее всего, потому что днем первая погоня. Никогда у нас было второе на моем канале, кто хочет посмотреть, было противостояние, там, когда 5 чернышей задерживали в доме со щитом. Это первая погоня была тоже за красным приусом, может быть, это он и есть, но, по крайней мере, никто не сказал. Отлично, мы поделились нашей ссылочкой в контактах и в фейсбуках. Давайте еще в Телеграм залетим. Нам нужны люди в чате прямо сейчас, да? Еще, знаете, многие чаты такие конченые, не позволяют делиться ссылкой. Чаты по Лос-Анджелесу там запрещают, значит, YouTube туда вставлять. Ну, где же это видно, да? На рекламе хотят заработать, уроды. Поэтому админы чатов, если вы это услышите, хочу, чтобы вы знали, кто вы такие в этой жизни.
that would be super, super dangerous. But at least that's not going to be a factor for their visibility. Just really concerned about how much this guy or gal can see out the front windshield here as they run through red lights and evade the police. So here we are giving now a better shot. So well into Van Nuys on Sherman Way. Actually head towards Van Nuys Airport now. But we've still got plenty of road to cover before we get that far.
Отлично. Так, я думаю, я заспамил наши ссылочки где только можно. И если кто-то зайдет, ребятки, обязательно в комментариях пишите в чате, пишите ваши вопросы. А мы продолжаем освещать нашу погоню. Одну секундочку. Да, пока что мы видим только один подозреваемый. Это мексиканец, судя по всему. Водитель. Я не знаю, насколько хорошо ему сейчас видно там. Скорость, кстати, скорость небольшая. 40 миль в час, это обычно разрешенная скорость. 2 юнита Сан-Фернандо, по крайней мере, мы сейчас видим, да, ведет погоню Сан-Фернандо PD, муниципальное агентство. По левой линии он поедет, повернет налево или прямо все-таки поедет под запрещенку. Нет, поворачивает налево. Я думаю, эта погоня скоро закончится. Ему, во-первых, обзор сильно загорожен разбитым стеклом. 3 юнита от Сан-Фернандо. Сан-Фернандо это небольшое полицейское агентство. Там тоже где-то примерно 20 человек на весь департамент. То есть на смену у них где-то 5 машин всего выходит. Да, и время сейчас в Лос-Анджелесе всего 8 часов 15 минут. Да, я только не знаю. Попробуем вот так немножко поставить. Почему-то нет, это сильно плохое качество. Почему-то у меня трансляция, как я смотрю ее с телефона, и в телефоне она прерывается. Стрим через OBS, надо попробовать другие программы. OBS вообще конченая программа, куча настроек, непонятно. Все равно прерывается стрим, ну ладно, уже тогда смотрим. У меня-то на компьютере видео нормально грузится, а вот когда я смотрю свой же стрим с телефона, оно прерывисто. Если кто-то знает, в чем может быть проблема, напишите. Да, как мы видим сейчас, это выходной, вообще вечер, должен быть rush-hour трафик, то есть час пик, но водитель едет свободно, дороги пустые, потому что сегодня выходной, 4 июля, ребятки, День независимости Америки. Дороги просто пустые, это как в воскресенье утром выехать или вообще в воскресенье. То есть ему сейчас везет и, в принципе, много пострадавших. Да, вы видели вспышки, это были камеры, которые его сфотографировали за проезд на красный. Или если ты едешь по полосе только для автобусов. Очень интересно. Да, и очень дорогие штрафы, сказал диктор. Посмотрите, как дороги открыты сейчас. Просто вообще никого нету, все пустые. Вот что значит выходной. У нас уже здесь, в Луизиане я живу, у нас уже стреляют фейерверки. Люди отмечают День независимости. Ну, я думаю, он, судя по всему, не заморачивается о штрафах сейчас. И тем более, эта машина в угоне. То есть это даже штрафы придут не ему, а владельцу придется потом с ними заморачиваться, да. Почему они не делают пит-маневр? Уже давно пора. Столько хороших моментов было. Он выехал на шоссе, теперь, я не знаю, либо Сан-Фернандо поедет, сейчас посмотрим, либо они продолжат также потому что они далеко уезжают от своей юрисдикции, от своего маршрута патрулирования. И, скорее всего, они будут его вести и передадут его для CHP, то есть полиции штата.
Still right there, and you know, we did see after they busted through the gate, briefly speeds up to 80 miles an hour and then kind of backed off. I mean, we're up just slightly, we're right about the speed limit here, and again, you know, getting on the freeway with no windshield there to block the air, this is just got to be difficult on this suspect right now. 65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, wide open freeways. Not too often we get to say that about the 405. So where are they headed? I mean, it's almost just like they're joyriding right now, not making any real serious effort to get away from the police. Are they just running out the clock, knowing that the jig is up at some point? Are they just going to run this until this Prius is out of gas? I wish we knew how much this Prius had, because as we know, they are gas sippers. These little Priuses, if they are full of gas, they can go a very, very long time. But you know, we don't know just how much obviously is in the tank of this totally busted up car. Just so wild to see this. But northbound 405, so we came south from San Fernando down towards Burbank, then north, then south. Now we're going north again. We've been in the San Fernando Valley the entire time with San Fernando PD, which if people are, you know, some people may be unfamiliar that there is even a city of San Fernando. It is its own independent city in the northeast corner of the valley. Pretty cool little area, and it is their small police department that is still in hot pursuit of this vehicle here as we make our way through Van Nuys and towards the 118 freeway.
Yeah, and Des, at this point, is San Fernando PD, are they saying, hey, we've got this for right now, we don't need any help, we're going to stay on this and handle this ourselves?
That is what we've been hearing. They, I guess, just wanted the helicopter from LAPD. Of course, they don't have their own helicopter, and I'm not sure if they contract with LA County Sheriff's deputies. I'm guessing not, because it's such a small city. Maybe they contract with LAPD since they're surrounded by the city of Los Angeles. But apparently there was some active chatter between LAPD and San Fernando PD if LAPD was going to take it over on the ground, and San Fernando said, no, we are taking this. So they do have LAPD's air support, but that is it. Otherwise, on the ground, this is all tiny San Fernando PD on this one, and we are trending back that way, northbound on the 405. If we cross the 118, the next two off-ramps from there would get you towards the city of San Fernando. But this has just been a pretty aimless pursuit, just kind of looking like maybe one of those pursuits where the suspect's trying to run out the clock as far as they can, as long as it'll go. Maybe they have an idea of where they think they can get out of the car and run, or what they can do, but or if they're thinking that San Fernando PD is just going to get tired of this and give it up. But that we don't have any reason to believe that after everything we've seen.
Yeah,
they are still on this one. And this is a rare thing for them. Again, it's such a small city, extremely rare for them to get into pursuits. This could even very well be this officer's first pursuit that they've ever covered. So, a lot of interesting things going on here.
Yeah, Des, and got to tell you this, that the owner of this car is going to be so mad once they do see all the damage that was done by the suspect. We just confirmed that this is a stolen vehicle as police are in pursuit of this suspect, which started in San Fernando. As for San Fernando PD continues to chase this suspect, we are also still trying to work out, our assignment desk is trying to figure out the circumstances surrounding the theft of the car, but we have confirmed this is a stolen vehicle. This as we approach North Hills, still north on the 405. Des.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Так, пока я буду без комментариев, просто посмотрим погоню. Я сделал звук от трансляции погромче, поэтому будьте готовы.
The Priuses were also very, very popular targets for catalytic converter theft as well.
Right.
So it's just a lot of issues. But usually it's the Kias and the Hyundais that we talk about with the stolen vehicles. But with this, it is a Prius, and boy, a busted one up at that. And he is cutting over towards the right. a right-hand shoulder. Very common tactic here by these suspects that think that they could pull a last-second lane change to try to evade the authorities, but it did not work. And we are headed eastbound 118, and so we are headed back towards San Fernando. So we've really looped all the way around now. We basically did a pretty big tour of the eastern half of the San Fernando Valley as we make the transition eastbound 118 back into Pacoima and towards the city of San Fernando, which doesn't actually touch any freeways, but gets pretty close. So I don't know. We'll just see what the suspect's next maneuver is going to be.
Right, Des. I was just about to ask you that this guy just do a big circle here in the San Fernando Valley, and also when it comes to San Fernando PD, in your experience, how long do they let these things play out, or how aggressive do they get, especially after that maneuver that we saw involving this suspect just plowing right through that gate?
Well, it's really hard to say because it is such a rarity. Like I said, I believe this is the very first San Fernando PD pursuit that I've ever covered. But speaking from experience with these smaller departments, they tend to be on the more aggressive side. They tend to be. I mean, everything's just kind of a generality when we're talking about that. But we all know over the last years what's happened with LAPD and LA County Sheriff's deputies, and how because of so many calculations and with so much litigation that can come from these pursuits when they end badly, that they let a lot of non-violent crime go. Now, a lot of these stolen vehicle pursuits, they end up just getting terminated altogether. They just make the determination, we'll try to get the suspect at another time when it's less dangerous to the public. But that's typically not the case with CHP, and that's typically not the case with the smaller departments either. They operate with different protocols, and it's hard to say why they do or don't do any particular thing, but just in my experience from what we've seen, they tend to be on the more aggressive side, and the fact that you continue to see them sticking with that after what we've seen, it kind of lends some credence to that theory.
All right, Des, thank you so much. The suspect still trying to get away from police. We are in Arleta right now. This all started once again in San Fernando, then went over to Burbank. This Toyota Prius, the driver, we've confirmed that this is a stolen car. This is a stolen Prius pursuit here. Once again, San Fernando Valley, then over to Burbank, and then through North Hollywood. A lot of close calls there on the way, just like we saw just there. And then in that same area there in North Hollywood, we saw this suspect just go right through this gate, shattering the windshield, and then getting right back on the street, on the freeway, and still trying to get away from police. Once again, we have confirmed this is a stolen vehicle. San Fernando PD staying with this chase. We know LAPD's airship is above, but right now San Fernando PD is saying to everyone, back off, we're going to stay with this, and they are on this suspect's tracks as he's still here on the freeway, going speeds up to 90 miles per hour, over 90 miles per hour now. Yeah, Des, what'd you say, over 90?
Yeah. I mean, we're up to. I mean, this is really wild right now. I mean, and again, no windshield, or at least a huge hole in the windshield right there. And so now, over 100 miles an hour. This is really, really crazy stuff. Really dangerous. We saw him kind of swerve to avoid a couple of vehicles there. So now he's going way, way faster than all the traffic. So my pilot Dylan was noticing that it looked like the authorities were kind of losing the vehicle as we widen out. They're suddenly not behind him right now. If they're about a mile behind, my pilot is saying, and that may, if they're trying to switch out units or what the deal is, or maybe they're trying to determine if they still want to stick with this or what. But and now they may be trying to catch back up, but they got stuck behind some traffic. And again, the authorities have to obviously balance everything with public safety in mind. These suspects clearly don't care about that and are going to do anything they can to get away. And so now we are starting to see the highest speeds that we've seen so far here as we blast southbound on the 5. So we were getting back towards San Fernando, but now we are getting pretty clearly into Burbank. See the spotlight there, though, from LAPD. They are still watching this one from the air, even though they're not too close at the moment from the ground.
Yeah, Des, this is growing in concern, especially here at 8:30. We talked about this earlier about the fireworks and the celebrations and the 4th of July celebrations really starting to get underway. Oh, is he go? Is that him going through the?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, wow. Just way off the freeway and romping right through that gas station without even stopping. That was another pretty crazy maneuver right there. So now we are off just as we were about to get into Burbank, staying in LAPD's area here. So back in that industrial area, we're actually not too far away from where that suspect pulled that insane maneuver going through that locked gate and busting up the vehicle. Sunland Boulevard, Vineland Avenue, not too far away from that at all, maybe a mile at most, as the darkness begins to set in here on the East San Fernando Valley, but the spotlight there from LAPD overhead. And let's just widen out and see. We're still not seeing the authorities right on the ground, but apparently they're not too far behind. So, you were going to think if the suspect wanted to make like a serious attempt to get away, they might have been the chance to do that. But now they're even obeying, and they're stopping behind the vehicle. They even got their light on. But here we go. San Fernando PD is back. They are back. They are back in this one as the suspect so kindly uses their turn signal here to make the turn onto Strathern Street. There are definitely some dead ends in this area. So is this aimless driving? Does the suspect have any kind of strategy at all? We will see here as they cross right below us here. So kind of zigging and zagging around the Sun Valley area and now kind of doubling back towards the 5 freeway.
And as San Fernando PD, they had to do some they had to do some speedy driving to catch up to this guy. At one point, I saw him there clocking 113 miles per hour. Now he makes another circle, still trying to evade police. Des, I was looking at the traffic there, and we talked about the celebrations and all of that going on. In your experience, is the light traffic, is that worse because the driver can go faster? Because we've seen him just on some of these roads just free. All right, it seemed like his...
Sunland again. We'll have a chance to get onto the 5 freeway.
Да, мы сейчас переключились на другой вертолет. Если кто-то будет смотреть в повторе, сейчас у нас никого нету. По России, у меня в основном все зрители из России. И также LAPD подключился. LAPD тоже юнит подключился к погоне вместе с Сан-Фернандо.
Through Glen Oaks on Sunland. Yeah. 70 miles an hour on Sunland Boulevard. If he stays on Sunland, it'll eventually lead him up to the 210 freeway. And if you're just joining us on the web, this is Gil Davis up in Sky 5 along with my pilot Derek Bell. We are on a very high-speed chase. It is a stolen vehicle. It's a red Prius. This is the second chase of the day for this vehicle. It was earlier today, Burbank police went in pursuit of this vehicle and lost it.
Да, и
Now
я был
San
прав,
Fernando
это
police
вторая
are
погоня
pursuing it
сегодня
out of
за
their
этой
city.
машиной. Утром это был
It's
Burbank
been on
Police,
the
и
freeways,
потом
it's
ее
been on surface
обнаружили.
streets.
Помните, я завершил
In the
погоню,
beginning, it was
точнее,
driving
я завершил
relatively slow.
трансляцию, потому что ее просто
It got
вырубил
onto a street where there was
пилот
a
вертолета, и
barricade
вот
and nowhere to go.
второй
He
раз эту
rammed that
машину поймали
barricade,
уже в
damaged the
Сан-Фернандо.
windshield. The vehicle's been running red lights. Here he goes into the double yellows. He's been going on the wrong side of the road, even cutting through a gas station at the last second, getting off the 5 freeway just a few minutes ago. 100 miles an hour on the freeway. We're looking at 70, almost 75 miles an hour here on Sunland. Heading up Sunland towards the 210 freeway. San Fernando police still in pursuit. I'll pull out to a wide shot. You see them there. There's 3 units. Well, there's 2 units now. There were 3 units. One of them may have dropped out. The driver will have an option to take that 210 up ahead. If not, they'll stay on Sunland. He'll be coming up here on the freeway just in a second. He's got a red light right through that red light. Those cars turning their left had no clue. There's the freeway on-ramp. Does not take that one. That would be towards the east. Here's the westbound, and he doesn't take that. There's police activity up ahead. I'll pull out and show you that traffic is blocked there for some reason. The vehicle coming up hard and fast. Hitting the brakes. He's going to dive into a side street there at the last second. And this is oh, look at this, a police, I believe it's LAPD, a unit there. Oh, he's got nowhere to go, and he's going to ram another gate. Oh, no, he's out, he's going to run. That's it for the car. The driver, though, running up the sidewalk there. Let's see if he goes into the bushes. He's into a little side street there. There's some people there, nowhere to go. LAPD night sunlight lighting up. It might have gone into, we got a officer running there. We're going to try to get around the building to see if we can get an eye on the guy. He looks like he might have still kept running here. We're following the night sunlight. There he goes. He's popping back out. An LAPD unit. It's the swimming pool for this complex there. Here he's going around the fence about 12:30 now, and he's going to be near the pool. There he is, popping back out. Not sure where to go. He's going down the steps and away from us behind another building. We'll see if he tries to get into one of these apartments. That would be bad news. Across the grass. Into the bushes. There might be a fence there where he can't get over. We last saw him in those bushes there by the pool. The flashlights over here, looks like the officer there looking for the driver. We last saw him go into these bushes here next to the swimming pool, but he might be hiding in one of the garages. All right, we're listening to the LAPD airship now on their frequency. I can hear them. They're saying that he might have gone into a garage that's slightly open. You see it popped open there. Is there a door on the other side? Likely. That's trouble for the people that live there. Hopefully it's locked, but there it comes. The door's opening.
Да, если кто-то сейчас смотрит, напишите в комментариях, потому что я делаю трансляцию. Надеюсь, что ее на повторе будут смотреть. Сейчас кто-то вышел с поднятыми руками. Какая-то бабка буха. Это не водитель. Да, если кто-то смотрит, напишите в чат. Я буду комментировать и переводить. Если нет, я просто смотрю для повтора. Для людей, которые будут смотреть на повторе.
Hey, Elizabeth, there might be another one over here in our area, 210. Listen to CHP Brown. I thought I saw him go in there. That's not good. The driver, I thought I saw a flash there. The driver ran into the house. So he could come out the front or maybe barricade himself inside that house. That's not a good situation for that homeowner. Copy that. The airship pretty confident that the suspect has gone into that house and has not come out the front or the rear. Ran in through the garage, through the patio section, into that structure, into the house. Well, now the LAPD units are moving in to assist San Fernando Police to get this guy into custody.
Да, ребятки, напишите, я смотрю, зрителей прибавляется. Я не комментировал до этого, потому что никого не было в чате. Наверное, по московскому времени народ просыпается. Напишите в чате, если слышите меня. И проверим качество.
Hey, DB, can you do a left pedal turn? Try that again. You came in real scratchy. There we go. $8:45, 10 o'clock show. We can be here another 10 minutes. We have fuel, but we can stay another 10, go get fuel, and come right back. That'll put us through till 11. Oh, that's right, Pasadena. We have plenty of fuel for Pasadena. What do you think? Into the hour and 15 minutes from now? You think, what's that? Shows at 10. We could do the top of the 10 and then have to go for fuel. They're going to make entrance into the house, possibly. Copy that, we'll do. We're gonna. I'm gonna do it. Well, San Fernando police being assisted by the LAPD, the driver of a stolen vehicle, the second pursuit of the day for that suspect for that vehicle has ended here in the Sunland Tujunga area off of Sunland Boulevard. The driver trying to crash through a private gate, jumped out and ran into this house, is now inside this house, and the LAPD surrounding it at this point. But we're going to take a break from this. We're going to have to go get some fuel right now, so we're going to conclude our broadcast here. Thanks again for watching us on the web. This is Gil Davis up in Sky 5 signing off. Okay, DB.
When is the suspect even still going to be there? That's the thing that I'm the most concerned about right now.
Where do you see any officers there on the ground inside of this gated apartment complex or gated community?
I'm sorry, one more time with that, Chauncey.
I know. I was asking, do you see any? It seems like all the officers, all of the officers have disappeared, if you will. I don't see any officers on the scene.
They're right here, and here come maybe even a couple
on
more.
That road. Yeah.
And now, you know, and I'm not sure if these are all still San Fernando PD or if LAPD is giving any ground support now that we are in, you know, their jurisdiction and this has come to an end. I wouldn't be surprised if they come, just because, again, you know, we're kind of far from San Fernando, and it's going to would be very taxing for them to bring any more units as it is. To have any more of their units come and get in this, but my pilot is saying that they do have a perimeter set up. So in theory then, okay, so you can see right down here at the bottom off of, this is actually off of the 210 exit right here. So we're right off of the 210 freeway, right up against the Foothill Freeway. You can see a unit that is down there, maybe CHP, that is right by the wall, just in case the suspect is able to slip out and they want to go over the wall or something like that. So they are attempting to lock this area down.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if it's too late, because it's just so dark out here. And okay, some more flashlights over here as well. So they're out here looking, but we haven't heard about them entering the home yet. So maybe they want to lock everything around the home down first before they make entry. That way, if they go in and they find him and he decides to run out of the home, they're going to have other officers waiting there to slap him in handcuffs. So that may be what they're doing right now, but they still have not made entry into the garage, which leads to the unit where we last saw the suspect at.
Right. Des, what is to the left of this apartment building, or this community, if you will? Because I don't see any areas where he could have gotten away, or no, there's a street right there. So he very well could have gotten over that courtyard fence and then took a run for it and then went down this street.
It's possible. I mean, I'm not sure how high the wall is right there. I believe that's going to be like a public storage facility. Yep, that's exactly what that is. That is pretty well lit, but there is quite a bit of brush between the apartment complex and where that is. So kind of hard to say, but it's still, there's a couple more officers here. They're probably scouring all around around this kind of thick, little bit of a wooded area right here on the perimeter of this apartment or condo complex. So probably checking all of that first before they decide to go in the house. And, and then I'm not sure if it's a matter of if they need the homeowner's permission to go in there or what the deal is, but whatever their protocol is, it looks like they're going through it right now before they decide to go any farther. But, we're listening to LAPD's helicopter up here right now, and just based on the movements of the spotlight, the suspect is not yet in custody. I think I just saw, a couple of officers here at the front of the house. So now they're right there in the front. That's the first that we've seen them, right in front of the unit there where the suspect was. So they've got the home pinned down now on both sides, and maybe we will see some entry here soon.
Des, didn't you see the lady come out, the homeowner possibly come out and talk with those officers? And it looked like she was pointing in a direction that he might have gone in. This is after he entered the home and may have gotten into that courtyard and then jumped the fence. Didn't we see the homeowner, a lady, come out and talk to officers and sort of directing like, oh, he went that way, he went that way? Right there. There's a video.
It looked like it. Yeah. Yep. She is down there underneath the spotlight with them. She's still with them, and it definitely looked like that. That's what we saw.
There you see that suspect. She was pointing right there. I don't know if you can see that video.
Did you see him right in there?
Yep. Right. No, on this is earlier, the earlier video that we were running. This is when he got inside the home and he was sort of in that courtyard area, and it looked like when he disappeared into, I don't know if that was another unit or another courtyard or another part of this particular house where he entered the garage.
Yeah, it looked like it was the same courtyard that was connected from the garage that he entered right here. I remember these mailboxes right here, and then it was in this courtyard, and then we saw him just kind of slip through the patio and look like he was going into the sliding door. That's certainly what it looked like, but the authorities are still on both sides here now, the front and the rear of that unit. They have not gone in yet, so it's still unclear what the holdup is on this one, but sometimes they take a long time to do this. Want to make sure that they have all their ducks in a row, or they may be waiting for additional backup, or they may be waiting for some ballistic shields or helmets or some equipment like that. These officers are not equipped with that stuff. It appears. Again, we're talking about a very, very small department here, San Fernando PD. Most likely the second smallest police force in Los Angeles County. Led them here into the Sunland area off of Sunland Boulevard in the 210. Here's some more officers down there, getting a pretty good look there thanks to LAPD spotlight. But are they going to be going in the home? It looks like I see a little bit of talk on their shoulder-mounted radios there. definitely a lot of communication going on, but it's just so crazy what the suspect has done to evade capture so far, everything that we've seen.
Yeah.
And you know, at least at the moment, I mean, they're still not in custody. They still have the possibility of getting away, especially now that it is so dark. I mean, we saw them go into the home, but there's you know, the patio right next door is covered. There's a lot of darkness. It's not even for sure that suspect is still inside that person's home.
Right, but it seems like they have a perimeter. You have officers on seemingly both sides of the home, the garage, and then the other side, which may be the entrance of the home. But I want to show that video one more time to viewers once. Actually, let's start right here, showing his great desperation here as he goes through the gates right there, just busting open those gates and shattering the windshield, getting back on the highway, going up speeds up to 112 miles per hour at one point, still staying in the San Fernando Valley, kind of making a circle and going on the wrong side of the roads at one point, still trying to get away from police. Once again, this is a Toyota Prius that has been stolen, according to police. You see there, he jumps out, leaves the car and jumps over this fence, which is a gated apartment community. You see him running there, right there on that sidewalk, still trying to get away from police. Police are not inside of this apartment complex yet, so you see the suspect there still running, trying to find a place to hide. Look, he finds just a little bit of room right there to crawl under that garage and go right inside that home. The homeowner opens the garage and comes out and starts to talk with this officer. But this is what I want to show you. Zoom in when we see him in the courtyard right here. Look, just right there in the blue. Then he just disappears, and we don't know where that suspect goes from there. Des.
Yep, that's right. And just showing you here, I was seeing if our map tracker would give us a better locator than just Sunland. I'll widen out and show you the area that we're talking about off of Sunland Boulevard. There's LAPD's helicopter, Sunland and Wingate. The 210 freeway is what you see on the bottom there of the screen. So we were just trying to ask the helicopter overhead, like, hey, are you guys, are they going to make entry soon? And they're not sure. It sounds like there are some communication issues here between LAPD's helicopter and San Fernando PD's ground units right there. Most likely their radios don't talk to each other because those, we believe those are encrypted radios, like so many of the smaller communities are in LA, Orange County, and the Inland Empire. So the helicopter couldn't even tell us if they were getting ready to go in or what the delay is on all of this. But my guess, this could very well end up turning into a SWAT situation. Would not be surprising at all, where they may be calling LA County Sheriff's deputies. They would probably be the ones that would come in, or maybe LAPD with their SWAT team. We'll see. It's just not known at this point if that's what they're planning on doing. I mean, they're right here at the front door of the home. I'm sure they're calling out to the suspect. That's going to be the first thing that they do. They're going to do lots of call-outs. They'll probably use a loudspeaker on both the back driveway and at the front door to get through to the suspect to let him know, look, you're cornered, you're surrounded, it's over, come out now before we, force our way in. That's probably what's happening right now. And then are they going to, if the suspect refuses to come out and surrender, then there is the likelihood that they will call either LAPD, since this is in LA, or they'll call sheriff's deputies to come in with their Bearcats and their big armor, and this could turn into an hours-long situation. So, unknown, but they haven't shown any interest in going inside yet. I don't think I'm getting the impression that that's not going to be changing anytime soon. So this could be trending towards a long, drawn-out conclusion here in Sunland for this stolen vehicle suspect, Chauncey.
Right. And here on the 4th of July, you just don't want to have a scene like this, especially for the folks at home who are waiting to watch the fireworks, and also the folks here in this community who now have to hunker down because this suspect is not in police custody just yet. This, as officers are waiting and have this home surrounded as this suspect is holed up inside of this home. We're going to continue to watch this pursuit suspect situation as he is still trying to evade police, and police still trying to find him at this point as they are waiting to enter this house.
Hey, Chauncey, just want to mention Pat Harvey here. I'll be joining. I'm here on the desk with you, beginning to start the 9 o'clock, waiting for Juan Fernandez, and with Desmond Shaw overhead. Just want to ask both of you guys, has it been established that this person, the suspect, knows the person whose home or garage that he got into?
No, this was random. And as a matter of fact, Pat, all of the garage doors were closed, and he found one garage that was just slightly open, and he crawled into that garage and got into this home. And then seconds later, and then also after that, though, one of the San Fernando police officers, he comes right by him and right by the garage, and then the LAPD airship just shines the light to show him, hey, that's the garage that he went in, and he's been in there ever since. So, but yeah, so thanks for joining us here for the news at 8 o'clock. I'm going to toss it over to Pat and Juan for the news at 9.
Okay, thanks so much, Chauncey and Desmond. Let's get back up to you while Juan is getting his microphone on. Just want to establish something else here as well. Do we know that he is in a home, or is he in between some of those homes there?
Well, Pat, we believe that we saw the suspect go into this unit right here. So they came into, this is the garage right here near the mailboxes where the door was just slightly ajar. They were able to crawl inside. It's pretty dark down there. They're just kind of at the mercy of LAPD's spotlight. There it is right there. You can see that door that leads from the garage to the little patio, and then from the patio into the home. And it looks like he's in the home right now, Pat.
Okay, and that's also so very weird because we saw maybe that was the homeowner come out and talk to police. So that has to be a very disconcerting situation for them as well. Okay, well, Desmond, stand by. We're going to come right back out to you, but we're about to start the 9 p.m. hour, and it certainly has been a sizzling hot 4th of July.